Welcome back to another episode of the Casey Campbell podcast. Casey Campbell with you, of course. Pleased to be joined by the one, the only Hunter Wright. How are you, sir?
I'm doing well, Casey. How are you today?
I am doing great. Starting off the season well. Yeah, down at the World Series of Asphalt down in New Smyrna. What's that going to be like? Heading. I know you came away with a win. I know you didn't cross the finish line first in any of those races, but still a really good effort down there.
Yeah, thank you. We ran in the top three every night, except for the one night where we wrecked on lap one and just destroyed our car. But we ran in the top three every other night, and that was really good. It was a good way to start the season with a championship down there. We had a lot of good runs. I got the pole a couple times, so good way to start the year off. Some good momentum moving into the races, and looking forward to getting back home and starting the race there as well.
Yeah. So, what are your plans this year? What are you and Mr. Wayne up to for the 2024 season?
Well, we're not 100% sure yet as far as all of the late model races that we're doing. We're going to run all the pro late model races at Nashville. Luckily, we've got some great sponsors here close to home that help us out to do that. Beyond that, we're not too sure. We'd like to get out and run some more super races like we tried to last year. I do think we're going to go down next weekend and run the Alabama 200. So here at the shop today, working hard trying to get a car done to carry down there to Montgomery this weekend. So I'm looking forward to that. Outside of late model racing, we are going to do two ARCA starts as well with Man Motorsports. So we're excited for that. Very grateful to have that opportunity, and we're looking forward to the year. It's going to be a long year. Hopefully, we get a lot of starts in, and hopefully, we bring some trophies back here to the shop.
Sure. So yeah, you talked about you got a big year planned for you. I know that I know that getting the those ARCA starts, of course, and that first one's not too far away, I don't think.
Yeah, I think it's about three, maybe 4 weeks away. So we're working on getting that car ready to go as well. So after Montgomery this weekend, we're going to be all in grinding to get that thing ready. We've got to get it on the racetrack, shake it down, make sure everything's going to be pointed in the right direction on it, and like I said, we're excited about it.
Yeah. How are Mr. Wayne and Miss Jean doing?
They're doing really well. We're here today. I'm not sure where Miss Jean's at. Her truck's not here, but Mr. Wayne's out on the farm, and I'm sure he'll be back here in the shop working here in a couple of hours.
Yeah. So I know that you had a pretty good season last year in the Pro Late up in Nashville. You really kind of go through that year. What was really going for you? What was going for you down there?
Yeah, we had a good start to the year. I think in the first four races, I think we ran in the top three and won one of those. And as the year went on into the summer, we just had a couple of issues. Had I think two races where we fell out because of mechanical failures. We had a rear end brake in one, and just you've only got 8 races. That really knocks you out of the point standings. So we were all year down there just racing for wins, and kind of the same thing as speed weeks. I think we ran in the top three or for sure the top five just about every race. Just wasn't enough to be on the top of the points at the end, but still, all in all, we had a good year. We didn't tear up much equipment. We got to go out and race some super races that we hadn't got to do before, so that was a lot of fun. And like I say, looking forward to hopefully trying to do the same this year.
All right. So I know this year down in Nashville, especially in the pro and super late, it's gonna be a little bit different. Obviously, a lot of new players are gonna be in there. A lot of guys that ran last year that are kind of doing some different stuff this year. But what's this year looking like at down at the fairgrounds?
Yeah, hopefully we've got a great car count. We always do down there. I think we usually average well above 20 cars for a local show. So for a local show, it's definitely one of the I'd put it in the top five or top 10 pro late model races in the country for sure. But like you said, we are going to lose a few cars. Dylan Feccio, they're kind of backing away from him racing as much. I think they're still going to get out and run some throughout the year, but I don't think they're going to run all year, so we'll lose that one. And I don't know about the Rackley cars. I'm not sure quite what they're doing. So we're losing a couple of very fast cars, which is unfortunate. But there's still plenty of fast cars there to replace them. There's always a lot of competition in Nashville, and hopefully we can pick up some new cars as well.
Yeah, for sure. So, besides that, I know you're going to be next week, of course, the big one. Well, actually, it's this week down at the this weekend down in Montgomery for the Alabama 200. That race is if you follow super late model racing or pro late model racing, that's a big one. So what do you got to do to get a big one down there?
Yeah, it's a big one. We got to run it a couple of years ago and haven't been back since. I think it was 2022 we got to run it. And haven't ran Montgomery. I think that was the last race we ran at Montgomery was a little bit over 2 years ago. So looking forward to getting back down there. I like that racetrack. There's always a lot of competition down there. In the southeast, I feel like pro late model racing is very, very competitive at Nashville, Montgomery, Cordell, all the above, really. So we're excited. There's obviously a lot of competition. Going to be a really tough race to win. It seems like it always winds up the car that wins. It's not just because they're the best car, but it always winds up they play a little bit of strategy as well to win. I know I think we were running second on the last restart, and a couple of cars had taken tires with 50 or so laps to go, and they came back up, and we restarted second, and I think we finished fifth. So always a lot of strategy, which is always fun in those big races to do for sure. And looking forward to it. I always stress out a little bit more than I probably should about the strategy deal, but it'll be fun. There'll be a lot of competition, a lot of heavy hitters. I know Anthony Campy's got two cars coming. The Rackley cars, I think Dawson Sutton's going to be running. You got Dylan Fecho, John Bolin, Christopher Tullis, who's won the championship down there 3 or 4 years in a row. So it's going to be a lot of heavy hitters, and hopefully we can come out of there with a good run and maybe even a bear.
All right, go down to get that bear. All right, Hunter, thanks for the time as always. We'll talk to you throughout the year, and best of luck down in the Alabama 200.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Casey.